You guys really gonna make me do this all over again? Welcome back to Mike Rock Uncensored. If you are enjoying the content, please do me a huge favor. Hit the like, subscribe, and follow button so that you can receive all the latest updates as soon as I can make them available to you. Okay, man, you guys want to do it? Let's do it again, man. It's the same message over and over again, this time just for different reasons. This time we find out that Caitlin Clark has been left off the 2024 Women's Olympic team that's supposed to be happening in Paris. And I don't know why the WNBA thought this was a good idea. I heard their statements and I was actually just going to make a YouTube short because I think everything I needed to say was said in the last couple of videos. But again, I always do my research. I try to see if there's something different than what I've said before. And if there's nothing different, then, I said a 1 minute short would probably make my point. However, I am finding out that there are sources, unconfirmed. I can't confirm any of it. But there are sources that are saying that the reason Caitlin Clark was left off the 2024 Olympic team wasn't because she wasn't good enough. It was because there were concerns that her popularity would have caused distractions because she wouldn't have seen significant playing time because of the stacked roster that they have. And that doesn't make sense either. So I'm not going to lie. From what I know of the WNBA currently, this is a pretty stacked roster. I'm not taking anything away from the rosters that they have currently. We'll just go ahead and let you see who they are. So we've got Ariel Atkins, Shakira Austin, Aaliyah Boston, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Griner, Ryan Howard, Sabrina, I can't say her name, Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum. I really like Kelsey Plum. Brianna Stewart, Deanna Taurasi, Aja Wilson, and then Jackie Young. With that said, I've also been telling you guys that it really comes down to very simple math. All of the problems, the problems that are happening with Caitlin Clark, yes, I believe that there's a little racial tension there. A lot of people are upset that they've been doing this and they've been putting in the work, but they haven't been getting the same kind of attention that Caitlin Clark has been getting. But that's not her fault. You guys can blame it on whoever you want to blame that on. But at the end of the day, it comes down to capitalism. If you can't sell tickets, you can't pay your employees, your staff, your players. You can't pay them unless you're getting subsidized like they've been for the last however long by the NBA. You eventually want to create an organization that can pay itself and you can grow. It's all about the capital. It's all about the dollars. And this is the reason why I feel that the WNBA made a really huge mistake. It's not that I don't understand why they did what they did. I believe that there is a genuine concern about this whole popularity and the fans being disappointed. I think that they thought they were making the right decision, but you're talking about having an opportunity to just continue to grow the WNBA, not just here nationally, but globally as well because of Caitlin Clark. Like I said, that's your choice, but you're losing out on not just an opportunity to make more money, but you're missing out on an opportunity to grow this sport exponentially in a short amount of time, almost immediately compared to what you guys have been doing in the past. But don't take my word for it. Listen what this gentleman has to say.
There's a very thin line between hate and facts. And what I believe to be the case is that there was incremental growth in the WNBA comparatively to the exponential growth we are seeing now. What I'm about to tell y'all, I haven't heard before, so I doubt you have either. Before the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means is if the WNBA were continue to grow at the rate it grew from 22 to 23, it would take until 2028 to do what Caitlin Clark did this year. Okay, now let's not talk viewership, let's talk ticket sales.
Okay, viewership. He just said basically that Caitlin Clark did immediately what would have taken the WNBA years to do by themselves. That's just viewership.
Ticket sales grew in 2023 by 16% from 2022. Ticket sales have grown by 93% in 2024. What that means is without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA would have taken till 2029 or 2030 to get to where Caitlin Clark has gotten them today. Okay, we've talked ticket sales and we've talked viewership. Now let's talk about regular season viewership, not draft viewership. Regular season viewership, it grew by 20% in 2023. It's grown by 180% now, which means it would take another 5 or 6 years to do what Caitlin Clark has done. So between draft day viewership, which is up 400% to 40%, between ticket sales, which is up 93% to 16%, between regular game viewership, which is up 180% to 20%, what Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years. And as it pertains to draft viewership, she did in 5 days what would have taken 5 years. So yes, the WNBA was growing before Caitlin Clark. Make that abundantly clear. But it was growing incrementally compared to the exponential growth you're seeing now. And this is just data. This is just objective facts. Be mad with data. Please do not be mad at me.
Wow. And that's what I try to tell people all the time. They want to get mad. Okay, yeah, I tell you that I'm not entertained by the WNBA. But stats do not lie. I'm not the only one that's not entertained by the WNBA. You guys want to talk it up on shows like The View and everywhere else and act like we're not supporting the WNBA. Nobody has been supporting the WNBA. Nobody. It hasn't been fun to watch. Now, like this gentleman just said, it's grown incrementally, little phases over time. Over years. Caitlin Clark came in and did overnight by herself what the entire NBA for the years that they've been in existence could not do without her. So how do we apply that to what's going on with the Olympics? You have an opportunity to continue that growth. That exponential growth, to keep it going and growing, making more and more people want to watch because you have included the most popular player you guys have ever had to date. Ever. But you chose to cut that off out of concerns for her popularity. Now, guess what? I can't speak for everybody else, but I certainly don't care about watching the Olympics this year. I don't care about watching it. I will not watch it because I don't care what happens with the Women's Olympics now that Caitlin Clark is not there. I just don't care. I will give, and you guys heard me speak ill of, well, kind of ill. I did not speak of Angel Reese in a very positive light, simply because, not because of her, just because I don't enjoy women's basketball. But I'm going to give her more credit than I'm giving the WNBA. She has embraced, I've been seeing her across the internet. She has embraced that villain role, and I have no doubt that the next highest player in the league will probably be Angel Reese because she knows her role, she has accepted her role, and she is playing it beautifully. I will give credit where credit is due. It's about the capital. Yes, you may love the sport of basketball, but it will not be a professional sport very long if you can't find a way to make money for the players. And I'm sorry I'm tripping over my words, man. It's been a very, very long day, but that's my point. So we went from having a YouTube short video to creating this overly long conversation because I don't get why people are making this harder than it has to be. You guys should be watching basketball just to support the women and the black players. It doesn't work like that. When you're asking for my money or anybody else's money, there is entertainment value involved. Yes, it is a professional sport, but it's paid for by people who are entertained by that sport. If there's no entertainment value, people don't want to spend money on tickets. They may show up once or twice to show their support, but they're not going to do it over and over and over again the way that you need them to in order for you to make the kind of income to pay the players and make money on your own as an organization. It won't happen. Like this gentleman said here, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the stats. That's what's talking for me. I'm speaking on behalf of the stats. My personal opinion, no, I don't really care about the WNBA, but if it was more entertaining, I would. Anyways, man, I don't know what to tell you. The Olympics are going to come and go, and they're just gonna have to find out the hard way that they should have included, even if she was gonna be on the bench, they should have found a way to include Caitlin Clark, simply because she would have brought that entertainment value to the Olympics. You guys have a great rest of your day, man. I hope that this message resonates with the right people, man. If not, I apologize, but I will see you guys again in the next video. Peace.